So exercise 7.5, we are going to do some questions which we have left out of this exercise. So let's start with question number 18. So question number 18, it says what? We have integration of I, that is x square plus 1, then you have x square plus 2 divided by x square plus 3, x square plus 4. So this integration we have to do. So first thing what I will do is I will try to simplify this function. So how will I simplify? So let us first write this function like this one: x square plus 1, x square plus 2. So for the moment we'll just forget about integration. So x square plus 3 and x square plus 4. So this is what we have. So in here, in order to simplify this one, this square term is repeating, x square is repeating again and again. So in order to simplify, I will just transform this x square term into something linear. So what I will write here, let x square is equal to y. So if I write it as y, we have y plus 1, then we have y plus 2 divided by y plus 3 and y plus 4. This is what we have. So let us do the multiplication. The reason we're going to do the multiplication, I will tell you. Just do the multiplication and see what you get. So we get here, this one becomes y square plus 3y, and that becomes plus 2, right? And the denominator becomes y square plus 7y plus 12. This is what the denominator becomes. Now we'll do one thing, we'll just divide by long division method. We'll just divide this 2 and we'll see what you get. So if I do the long division method, we have in the numerator we have y square plus 3y plus 2, and in the denominator we have y square plus 7y plus 12. This is what we have. So first thing, we have to cancel y square, so we'll just put 1 in here. So we have y square plus 7y plus 12 and minus minus minus. So this goes out. So what comes out is minus 4y minus 10. So this is what we have, and minus 4y. Now we cannot do further division because the degree of y in here is 2 and the degree of y in here is 1. So minus 4y minus 10 is the remainder. So how will I write this one? I will write this one, 1 is quotient, I will write 1, then I will have plus minus 4y minus 10 divided by y square plus 7y plus 12. So this is what we have. So after this, what we are going to do is we are going to so after this, what we have is we will simplify this one with the help of partial fractions. So let us see what we get. So now I will forget about this 1 minus and I will concentrate on 4y plus 10 divided by y square plus 7y plus 12. I know this problem is going here and there, but at the end you will get a simplified form. Let's go to that. So here for partial fraction, what we will do is I will write a by, one thing, first I need to factorize this one. You know the denominator y square plus 7y plus 12, it is basically what, y plus 3 into y plus 4. So I will write this one as 4y plus 10 divided by y plus 3 into y plus 4. So now partial fractions, what do we get is we can write this one as a by 4 y plus 3 plus b by y plus 4. By partial fraction we can write this one. Okay, now what we do is we have to find the value of a and b. So multiplying both sides by y plus 3 into y plus 4. So if I multiply this y plus 3 and y plus 4 both sides, so what do we get is 4y plus 10 is equal to a into y plus 4, then plus b into y plus 3. So now we'll find the value of a and b. So for the value of a, we'll write at y is equal to minus 4. So at y is equal to minus 4, this portion becomes 0. So what we have, minus 16 plus 10 is equal to 7b. So therefore b is equal to what? That gives us minus 6 by 7. Now I will write at y is equal to minus 3. So when y is minus 3, what do we get is minus 12 plus 10 is equal to, now this part is 0, the second part is 0. So we have we made a mistake. So this one will be minus 3 plus 4, that is 1, and here it will be a. So this one is minus 2 is equal to a. So a is equal to minus 2. So the mistake is in here. If I take y is minus 4, so minus 4 plus 3 is what? Minus b, and we got 7b. It will be minus b. So minus goes out. We will have b as 6. So these are the two values which we got. Now we will basically write this one. So my given expression 4y plus 10 divided by y plus 3 y plus 4 can be written as minus 2 by y plus 3 plus 6 by y plus 4. So what are the important things which we have? First is this one. This is 4y plus 10. So this value I will substitute in here. Okay, and when I substitute in here, so basically it's what? So this value gives us what? Y plus 1. So let me write this one. So what we have is, the simplified form is y plus 1 into y plus 2 divided by y plus 3 into y plus 4. That one was equal to what? 1 minus 4y plus 10 divided by this one, right? So I can now write this one as 1 minus 2 divided by y plus 3. Then we have this one in the bracket plus 6 divided by y plus 4. So this is what we have, right? So let me simplify this further. Now if I multiply minus 2 divided by y plus 3 minus 6 divided by y plus 4. So my given, now look at the given problem. My given problem was what? X square plus 1 divided by x square plus 4. So in place of x square we have written y, right? So now my problem becomes what? In place of y you write x square. Therefore I is equal to integration of 1 plus 2 by x square plus 3 minus 6 by x square plus 4 dx. This is what we have. Now let's separate. So we have dx plus, now 2 comes out, integration of dx divided by x square plus 3, then minus 6 comes out, integration of dx divided by x square plus 4. Now in place of y you just write x square. So all we have converted x square into y to simplify the problem. Now you see the problem is very it's totally simplified. Why? Because now you see the integration will be easy. Integration of 1 is x, integration of this one is what? It is like the form of dx divided by x square plus a square, integration of a square plus x square, and that is equal to what? 1 by a tan inverse x by a plus c. That was it. And what is the value of a in here? The value of a in here is root 3. So I will write plus 2 by root 3 tan inverse x by root 3. Then this one again, the value of a is 2, the same formula, minus 6 by 2. This one will be tan inverse x by 2 plus c. So if I write the values nicely, so we have x plus 2 by root 3, that is tan inverse x by root 3. Then we have minus 3 tan inverse x by 2 plus c. So that's how we do question number 18, and it's a very important question. Now let's do one last problem of this exercise, question number 21. So let's do question number 20. So in question number 20, what we have is 1 divided by x into x to the power 4 minus 1 dx. Now this type of question we have already done in question number 16, and they have given you the hint. In question number 16 they have given you a hint, that is you have to multiply numerator denominator by x to the power n minus 1. Here in place of x to the power n, it is x to the power 4, right? So we will multiply the numerator denominator by x to the power 4 minus 1, that is x cube. So I will multiplying numerator and denominator by x cube. So if I multiply, what do you get? The numerator becomes x cube dx divided by the denominator becomes x cube into x, that is x to the power 4 and x to the power 4 minus 1. The reason we are multiplying x cube, because you see, if I substitute x to the power 4 as t, that x cube will go away. So I will write let x to the power 4 is equal to t. So if I write that thing, so we have 3x cube is equal to dt dx. So from here let us find dx. So therefore dx is equal to dt by 3x cube. So let's substitute. So we have our I is equal to integration of x cube dx divided by t into t minus 1 into dt. There will be no dx in there. From where the dx came? In place of dx I have to replace it with dt. So dt by 3x cube. Now x cube goes away. So what we have is integration of dt divided by t into t minus 1. Now if I simplify this one, I don't have to do partial fraction. It can be easily done. You see, 1 by t minus 1 plus 1 by t gives us what? Fine, let's do minus 1 by t minus 1 minus 1 by t. It gives us, you do the LCM, so t minus t plus 1 divided by t into t minus 1. You see, you're getting 1 by this gets cancelled, you're getting 1 by t into t minus 1, and that is what we have, 1 by t into t minus 1. So in place of that, I will directly write, without doing partial fraction, 1 by t minus 1 minus 1 by t dt. Okay, now you will be saying that, sir, how you are assuming that 1 by t minus 1 will be first? You see, always you should do that bigger one minus the smaller one. Now if you look at here, in here the decimal of this is smaller than the decimal. T minus 1 is smaller than t, so the fraction 1 by t minus 1 obviously will be bigger than 1 by t. That's why I am doing the bigger minus smaller, 1 by t minus 1 minus 1 by t. So that's why you can easily determine this form. Okay, now this one you don't have to waste your time with doing partial fractions. So what do you get? 1 by t minus 1, if I separate this one, then minus 1 by t dt. Now integration of 1 by t minus 1 is, it is log of t minus 1, then minus this one is integration log t plus c, and t is what? It is x to the power 4. So we have log x to the power 4 minus 1 minus log x to the power 4 plus c. So that's what we have as our answer. Or you can write this one combined form. We can write this one as x to the power 4 minus 1 divided by x to the power 4. This one also you can write, because we know that log a minus log b is log a by b. Let's do one last question, that is question number 21. So question number 21 is integration of 1 divided by e to the power x minus 1 dx. Now how we are going to solve this question is, actually they have given you the hint. So all you have to do is you have to write let e to the power x is equal to t. If I write e to the power x is equal to t, I have to differentiate this one. So differentiating with respect to x, we get here e to the power x is equal to dt dx. So therefore dx is equal to dt divided by e to the power x. This is what we have. Now this e to the power x is nothing but t. So I will write this one as dt by t, like this. So let us do the substitution. So I is equal to what? So I is equal to integration of 1 by e to the power x is t. So t minus 1, and in place of dx I will write into dt by t. Again the same thing you are looking at here. So it is dt, t into t minus 1, and this one I can write it as what? 1 by t minus 1 minus 1 by t dt. So let's separate. We have 1 by t minus 1 dt, and we have 1 by t dt. So this one is what? Log of t minus 1, and this one is what? Log of t plus c. So log of t is what? E to the power x. So we have log of e to the power x minus 1 minus log of e to the power x plus c. So you can combine these two and you can write this one as log over e to the power x minus 1. That's it. That's how you can solve this question. Okay.